And fullback, number 25, Bo Prater.
10 seconds. Control of the ball game. Really control something late in the third quarter. Brought in the second-string quarterback, Brock.
Tees the ball up at the 40-yard line, and we're just about ready to start this ball game. Standing deep is Donnie Smith. He'll be standing at about his 15-yard line, waiting on the return. Last week at Edwards County, Smith took the opening kickoff and went 80 yards for the score, and that puts Sesser off to a fast start. They had to come back, though. Here's a high kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line by Kieslowski. Kieslowski runs along the 30, turns upfield, has a hole out over the 40, and gets close to midfield before he is pulled down. Kieslowski on about a 14-yard return. Huddle, they go with a wishbone set. One wide receiver out. Now Kieslowski moves out in the slot to the right. They hand off inside. Prather on the carry, and he picks up only a yard or so. And we got a flag flying into the pile, I believe. And we'll call it 10 from the line of scrimmage, which is a 44-yard line. Stacked eye, second back through, Kieslowski, ball's loose on the field. And I believe Kieslowski came up with no gain on the yardage, yeah. No, for his first carry. Now Sesser goes with no backs behind Marlowe. Wide outs everywhere. Marlowe, quick look in, and he is sacked before he can get the pass away. He loses about 6 yards on the sack, and it will set up 4th down and long. They're going to lose 4 yards on the sack. Yeah, you can do it that way. It'd be 4th and 14, and Smith will do the kicking, and he'll get the kick away from about his 35-yard line. Here's the snap. It's a high kick. Smith gets a high kick. It's going to go a lot higher than it is for. Well, it takes a good bounce for Sesser and goes down to about the 35 out here at the start of this ball game. Clock running, 10:20 to go in the first quarter. Wishbone set, both ends in tight behind Monty, the quarterback. Monty calls a signal, hands off inside, the straight ahead to the fullback. And Bramlett, fullback Bramlett? No, 30, Fletcher. Fletcher on the carry, pickup of about 3 yards, 2nd and 7. And here's a quick hitter, and the carry this time was by Bramlett, and he loses about a yard on the play. Sets up the start of this ball game. Again, Christopher stayed in that tight wishbone formation. Both ends in tight. Monty, the quarterback, up under center. Keeps, goes back, getting some pressure, rolling to the near side of the field, throwing downfield. The ball is caught nicely. Making that catch downfield was Steve Gilbert, number 90, on the reception. And Gilbert picked up about 12 yards on the catch. So Gilbert on the first pass play of the ball game, it has the first down for Christopher at about midfield. Here's a pitch to the outside. Getting upfield is the halfback, and he picks up good yardage. On the carry was Jared Janello, and give him about 6 yards on the carry. Second down 4 for the Bearcats, and I've got to establish what yard line we're on. There's no yard markers anywhere on the field. 20, 30 at the 40-yard line of Sesser Valera. Second and 4 after a pickup of 6 for Janello. Here's a handoff again to the counterback, and he is going to lose 3 yards. And I believe that's Bramlett on the 4 minutes gone here in this opening quarter. No score. Christopher, third down and a long 6, short 7 for the first down. Double wing set, something Sesser's had trouble defending this year. Monty rolls to the right, sets, throws downfield, has a second completion and the second first down of the ball game as he picks up 9 yards on the reception. And again, I believe that was Miller on the... They say it's Janello on the catch. I wasn't sure. Yeah. 9. First and 10. Quarterback on the option, and nice defensive play by the Sesser Valera 36-yard line. See. Second and 17, second and 18 is what the scoreboard shows. Handoff up the middle on a quick hitter, nice dive, and pickup of about 8 yards on the carry back to the original line of scrimmage. And Bramlett picked up that yard. Third and 10 for the Bearcats. Wishbone set again, both ends in tight, and timeout called. Ask Wes, maybe he can tell you. I'm not sure. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Christopher and Span Field. I'm Richard Blakely. This is Black Diamond football action for you tonight. Monty back to pass, sets, looks downfield, getting a lot of pressure, and he is going to be sacked. Well, they're going to say he got the pass away at the last second. Well, we'll have to keep the stats for me here tonight. And doing the punting for Christopher, looks like it's going to be Janello. Here's a snap, it's a low kick, driving kick. It goes into the end zone, and the ball is going to be spotted back out at the 20-yard line. That wishbone set with the quarterback Marlowe up under center, both ends in tight. See if their offense can get on track. Here's Kieslowski picking up a little bit of yardage, picks up maybe 3 yards on the carry, gets out to the 23-yard line. Here in the first quarter of the ball game, no first downs yet for Sesser. Well, they have a set of downs, but it's Marlowe up under center, pitch outside Smith, and he gets just to the line of scrimmage. No gain for Donnie Smith on the play, and it sets up a third down. Receiver out to the wide side of the field, and that is going to be Diedrich. Rest of the formation in that wishbone. Marlowe back, getting a lot of pressure from the backside, and is sacked. The ball is loose, and Christopher comes up with the fumble recovery at about the 10-yard line. So the first turnover of the ball game goes to the Bearcats as they force Marlowe to give up the football at his own 10-yard line. So Christopher gets the big break. They go on offense, first and goal at the 10. And that was on a 3rd and 7 at the 4:30 mark here in the first quarter. Marlowe fumbled. Sets up the Christopher offense in great field position at the 10-yard line of Sesser Valera. They come out in their wishbone set. Monty hands off to the first back, and he is going to pick up maybe 3 yards on the carry, gets down close to the 7 for the Bearcats. They're wanting to get on the board early here in this ball game. They're staying with Fletcher, Janello, and Bramlett in the backfield behind Monty. Monty sets them down. Again, pitches back. Bramlett trying to get outside and is forced out of bounds inside the 5. I'm not just sure where he's going to be marked out at. Or for the touchdown. 3 minutes, 39 seconds. Wishbone set and motion by the tight end for without the score. I'm sure they got 2 tries to get this ball in. Clock running, 3:05 and counting here in the first quarter. Monty up under center, takes a snap, gives on keeps it, throws into the end zone, touchdown, no, incomplete. Nice defensive play by the linebacker for Sesser CZR. Now it's Kieslowski on the 3 minutes to go in the quarter. They run a double wing set. Bramlett and Janello on the wings. Monty back, looking to set the screen. Here it is over to the right side. One man to beat. Janello with the ball, but he can't get into the end zone. As Sesser CZR's linebackers came out, Kieslowski, Newberry, and Prather on the stop. And he's going to stop at the 5-yard line, pickup of only 2 on the play. And that turns the ball back over. There's 40, I think, on the reception. Sesser goes 1st and 10 on the offense at their own 5-yard line. Waiting to see if there's no penalty flags. Nice hole, and Smith gets out to the 10-yard line, pick up a 5 yards on the carry. It looks like he comes back to the huddle. Sesser staying with that tight wishbone set. Prather, Kieslowski, Smith behind Marlowe. Marlowe calls out the signals, has it, turns, hands off again to the second back through. Play that with Smith again. He's going to be stopped for about a yard loss, making it a 2-yard loss. Set up 3rd down and 7. See if Sesser's going to be conservative and just try punching the ball out. No, they're going with a double wide out. Ends out wide at both sides. Still the wishbone set behind Marlowe. Marlowe calls the signals. Hands off on a straight ahead dive to Prather, and he gets maybe a yard back close to the 10. That's going to be 4th and 6 though. For Sesser CZR. Smith standing at his own goal line. Here's the snap, and we're down to under 1 minute to go. Now Smith stands at the 5. And that's 5 yards of field position Sesser picked up on the penalty. Here's a snap to Smith. Smith gets a kick away. It's a low line kick, fielded at about midfield. Coming upfield is a return man, and that is Freeman, and he gets it back to about Ziegler. Christopher Ziegler, Royalton, has the football. Nobody got it there. Here's the handoff to the second back, and he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Defense is really coming through. Janello on the carry, and Janello has moved the football. He has completed 3 passes. Monty has. Here's a quick hitter, and the ball is loose. No. Short pickup by the fullback, Fletcher. Third and 8 for Christopher. Here's a pitch trying to get outside. Nice block on the corner. Janello with some good yardage, and I believe maybe he's close to the first down yardage. He may be just about half a yard short, depending on the spot of the football. And they're going to bring the chains out on the field to measure. Janello going to have the yardage for the first down. That's the 4th first down of the ball game for Christopher. The first one, though, running the football. The rest of them have been through the air. 11:37 to go in the first half of the ball game. No score. Christopher football at the Sesser CZR 24-yard line. 1st and 10. Fletcher, Bramlett, and Janello behind Monty. Ends in tight on both sides. Straight ahead keeper by Janello. He has some good yards, has over 10 yards, and probably another first down yardage. And the ball's inside the 15-yard line of Sesser CZR. Clock stopped while they move the chains. It's down to 11 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half. Still no score. Christopher with their second great scoring opportunity here in the first half of the ball game. Janello up over center. Both ends in tight. Handoff, Chinello, or Monty rather, over center. Chinello on the handoff and picks up short yardage, maybe a yard on the carry, no more than that. And I'll see where they spot the ball. At the Sesser CZR 14-yard line. 10.5 to go. First half, no score. Bearcat football. Both ends in tight. Monty under center, hands off, no, keeps it. And now turns upfield and pick up a short yardage for Fletcher as wishbone set. Both ends in tight. Monty the quarterback, Fletcher, Chinello, Bramblett trying to get outside, trying to get around the corner. He has the first down and dives towards the goal line. He's going to be marked out of bounds just short of the goal line. He went to the wide side of the field and picked up about 12 yards on the carry. I believe he's going to be marked just short of the goal line. Forced out of bounds at the 1. Ball was at the 13. He got down to the 1. That's another first down, and first and goal for Christopher at the Sesser CZR 1-yard line. In fact, it's inside the 1. Wishbone set behind Monty. Monty on the keeper, goes in for the score. Monty on his third carry gets a score. It's in the second quarter, 9:42 in the second quarter. Christopher scores first at the 9:42 mark here in the second quarter. They're going to go for 1, and doing the kicking will be Chinello. Here's the snap, ball down, kick up. It's long, it's high, and it's good. So at the 9:42 mark in the first half, Christopher scores first. They lead. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Monty has the ball teed up at the 40. Smith stands back at his 15, waiting on the kick after the score by Monty. Here's a high kick. Chinello drives Smith back inside the 10. Smith takes it. It's the high kicks. Smith going to his right, getting some blocking, turns upfield, runs through one arm tackle down the sideline, still on his feet, and he's finally forced out of bounds as he gets out over the... And Sesser offense needs to get on track here, as they have not really moved the football at all here in the first half of this ball game. Wishbone set, both ends in tight at either side. Behind Marlowe. Marlowe calls the signals, turns, hands on a counter play. Kieslowski, one man to beat. Kieslowski's out in the open. He's at the midfield stripe. Kieslowski, is he going to be run down from behind? No, Kieslowski, no, that is Smith on the carry. Smith on the carry, and he goes 56 for Sesser. And they changed the backs from one side to the other, and I thought it was Kieslowski on the carry. It was Smith. Sesser going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to line up again in a wishbone set. Marlowe up under center. Still that wishbone set, both ends in tight. Marlowe takes, ball's loose, and the conversion fails. First hand the ball off the way he came through the line.
It was coming this way outside. I mean, I was sitting there watching their defensive end, trying to see what we was going to do with him, and I looked up, and there he goes.
We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Spanfield and Christopher, and I think we're going to have quite a ball game here tonight. 7-6, 2 scores. 7-6, Christopher leading Sesser. Sesser has the ball teed up, and standing deep for Christopher will be Freeman. And also back is Chinello. Here's a kick, and Chinello is going to field it, turns upfield, and runs through the first set of tacklers, and then pulled down from behind right about the midfield stripe. Chinello on the return, and he picked up yards. And then the first penalty, the second penalty of the ball game is going to go against Sesser. 15-yard penalty for, I guess, to start this drive. Christopher first and 10 at the Sesser CZR 40. Wishbone set behind Monty. Monty on the pitch outside. Janello's going to be dragged down short of the line of scrimmage. Janello's going to lose about 2 yards on the kick. Clock running, 8:40 to go. First half, 7-6 ball game. Wishbone set behind Monty. We have Fletcher, Janello, and Bramlett, the 3 backs. Monty on the wing, a quick look in. The ball's tipped up and intercepted. Intercepted. 5. And we're going to say that was a 69-yard run by Smith instead of a 64-yard run. Sesser Valaire's defense has stopped Christopher, forced the mistake. Their offense back out on the field now. Both teams like a mirror image of one another. Both running a wishbone, both running out of that tight set formation. Most of the time, Marlowe takes a snap, hands off down the line, and it's Smith, and Smith picks up a couple of yards. Nice big. Marlowe leads him up. Smith, Kozlowski, Prather in the backfield behind Marlowe. Defense in tight, the 50 defense. Marlowe looks over the defense, calls it, goes back to pass, sets, throws deep downfield, and we're going to have any flags? No, 3 to go before half, 7-6 ball game. Sesser Valere ball, 3rd down 7 from their own 37-yard line, 38-yard line. Quick pitch, Smith now to throw deep downfield. Smith down, and the pass is intercepted, I believe. No, the football was dropped. Back there on defense was Shepkoff, a safety, and he was back defensively. The kick return specialist along with Janello for Christopher. Smith will get the kick away from about his own 30-yard line. And here's movement in the line by Sesser Valere. I think it's going to come and bring up a 4th down and about 2 now for Sesser. They're still going to go in punt formation. Smith the kicker. And now what's the call? And the call's going to... Still 7:16 to go, first half. Still 7-6 ball game. Smith still standing around his, get the kick away from around his 30. Janello and Freeman deep. Here's the snap, a good snap. And a good kick. Drives him back, the ball's loose. Freeman picks it up inside his 20. And we're going to have a penalty flag, I think. No. We're not going to have a flag. We're going to have the ball marked out of bounds at the 40. And it looked like one of the Christopher players got a block from behind. Bramlett, Fletcher, Janello behind Monty. Ends in tight. Janello again on that quick hitter straight up the middle. This time Sesser a little bit more back in the center. If the linebackers are, the tackles are in a certain position, we're just going to run it and get 4, 5, 6 yards, whatever we can, straight up the middle and pick up yardage. Again, Monty up under center, quick pitch to the outside. Bramlett cuts it back inside. Bramlett may go all the way. Bramlett down the sideline, and he is going to score as he goes 56 yards on the carry by Mike Bramlett, I believe. And that makes the score 13-6 in favor of Christopher here tonight at the second quarter at the 6:23 mark. But he cut it back inside and picked up good yardage, or picked up the score as he broke it inside the linebacker. Here's a 1-point conversion. The snap, the ball down, the kick is up, the kick is long, high, and it is good. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back here to Spanfield. I'm Richard Blakely. This is the Southern Illinois Sports Productions Network. Game of the week, Christopher and Sesser. Christopher leads 14-6 as we're ready for the Christopher kickoff after their 65-yard run by Bramlett. Here's a kick. It's high, and it's going to bounce. Smith picks it up, comes down the near sideline, has a block, and had basically one man to beat, but they was able to bounce him out of bounds as he got out near the 30. Sesser stays with the wishbone set. Marlowe up under center. Look, quick look in, pass is caught, and short yardage, but good yardage. Make that about 7 for Sesser Valere. Clock running, 5:50 to go. first half 14-6 in favor of Christopher. Sesser brings the ball up, or Marlowe does, sets him down. And here's a handoff. Smith with Kieslowski to the outside. Has the first down and is bounced out of bounds as he gets near the 45-yard line. Kieslowski picked up of Sesser. Prather, Kieslowski, Smith behind Marlowe. Both ends in tight. Now Smith goes in a wing position. Back split, Kieslowski and Prather behind Marlowe. Here's a little counterplay inside with Smith, and Smith is going to be thrown for about a 4-yard loss. Coming wide to the near side of the field is Dubach. Smith now comes in a slot. One back, Prather behind Marlowe. Here's Prather on a quick hitter, and he's not going to get much yardage at all. The ball came out, but it's going to be ruled down from their own 41-yard line. Wishbone set with one receiver out wide to the right. Marlowe up under center. Marlowe back, gets a lot of pressure, throws out here to flat, intended for Smith, but Marlowe had about four. Sesser Valair. Smith will get the kick away Freeman, and Chanello will be going deep for the return. 4 minutes exactly to go in this first half. Christopher leading 14-6. Here's the snap. Smith gets a kick away. It's a high kick. Chanello fields it, trying to get outside, giving some ground, giving more ground, and we're going to see it down the sideline. Smith still with Chanello, but there's a penalty flag back downfield here where there's a legal block from behind, and that's going to nullify down deep in the Christopher end of the field. Chanello on the return. They will be starting from their own 15-yard line. Clock running, 3.5 to go. Here's a handoff inside. Fletcher, I believe, on the carry. 8 yards on the carry, his first carry of the night. Wishbone set. Here's a quarterback keeper, and Monty has the first down, and he just gets out over the 35 carries. Check that, 18 yards on 2 carries. Clock running, 2:40. Again, the same wishbone set. Monty up over center. Hands off to the second back. We have a penalty flag in the pile, and I believe Bramlett the first half of this ball game if they want to use them. Sesser probably would like to see if they can hold defensively and give their offense one more shot at scoring before the half. Here's a pitch out, and a nice defensive play by Sesser, and I believe that was Bramlett on the carry. The clock running. Monty has the wishbone set behind him. Takes a snap, hands off. Bramlett tries